Well, good morning, everyone. Beautiful day. Got out of bed early this morning, dropped my son off to school, and decided to come out here and film my video while I do a little blue crabbing. Just my blue crab lines in the water. You know, got a little campfire going on, but I'm probably gonna let that go out because the bugs seem to have subsided. So, but as promised, today we're gonna talk about the VA. And getting started with the VA. And all that fun stuff. It is fun. So where to begin? So if you're just getting out of the service, or you're about to get out of the service, you're going to have, hopefully you're going to schedule, or your command is going to schedule your initial VA compensation appointment for you. But if not, then you should go ahead and take it upon yourself to go ahead and get that done, because you want to have that CMP exam. I'll get back to you on the acronym for that, compensation and pension, I believe, but not sure. You want to get that exam taken care of as soon as possible, because if you're getting out of the military, then the wait for the VA to make a decision on your claim usually takes a good amount of time, probably anywhere from 3 months to a year, depending on how backed up they are, or depending on a lot of different things. I don't work for the VA. I don't know exactly what a lot of things are that take so long, but it takes a long time. So that's where a service representative will help you. If you don't know what I'm talking about your DAV, your Wounded Warrior Project, there's so many of them that I'm just drawing a blank right now because I'm talking about them. DAV is probably one of the best ones from what I hear. Wounded Warrior Project, you can set up an appointment with them to see if you qualify to have them be your representative. But if you have no idea where to go, no idea what you're doing, talk to people. Talk to some veterans that you know, and if nothing else, go ahead and give stop by one of your VFWs. The veterans of foreign war places. They're all over the U.S. and overseas. Go ahead and stop in, talk to one of those guys or women, or I'm just gonna say guys, and I don't mean it like gender specific. I just say you guys. So you're gonna want to go talk to them, and they'll help you out. They'll point you in the right direction and get you started. It's very important to get the VA going. Why? Why don't I just, I'm good, I feel good, I have no health concern, and I don't want to wait, and blah blah blah. All the excuses we come up with. Why is it important? It's important because one, the VA is there for you as a veteran. You have to be, your discharge has to be a certain type of discharge, usually honorable or other than honorable. Even if you have sorry about that. Even if you have a discharge that's other than or less than honorable, things like that, you can fight it and try to get the VA to cover you. So, anyway, moving forward, the VA. When you're in the military service, you get all your medical appointments, everything scheduled for you. You have all your medical records. All of that information is there, and that information, regardless of how small you think it is, anytime you went to sick call, anytime if you got hurt and actually reported it, anything like that, your deployment records, it's all there, and all that information will go to the VA. If you set it up and get it transferred over. That's, as I was saying, you may feel like, oh, I'm healthy, I have no issues, blah blah blah. Okay, but what about 10 years down the road, 15 years down the road? What if you had a lot of jumps? You were airborne and you had a lot of jumps, and your knees hurt, your back hurt, and you can't figure out why they hurt so much. And you're like, oh, I'm just getting old. Well, that could be true. You probably are just getting old, but you know, it doesn't hurt to have that VA coverage as well. You know, at 30% and above, I believe, I believe you start getting compensation. Again, I'm not an expert, but I'm just going through what, telling you things off of my knowledge, off of what I've experienced. So 30% and above, you're going to get some type of compensation, I believe. But also, the good thing about that is you get medical. And I don't know if you are in the civilian workforce or planning to go in the civilian workforce, but right now medical is just to pay for if you have a child, if you don't. Single coverage alone is expensive, through an employer. So having that VA coverage is a great thing to have. You get a letter from the VA at the end of the year before you file taxes, saying that this is the coverage for. What is it? It's just a letter stating that you do have medical coverage, and you're not going to be penalized for not having the required health insurance for income taxes. Sorry if that was as clear as mud, but I'm just trying to go off a whim here and try to elaborate on it. So the VA, medical is huge. I mean, you have mental health, behavioral health providers, whichever one you want to call it. You have those guys there for you. You have specialty PTSD clinics. You have specialty clinics for so many things. A lot of us, don't have to do our PT tests anymore. We're not in the military anymore. We're not doing that. And a lot of us are on, have to deal with some type of depression, things like that, PTSD, and that contributes to weight gain. It's a secondary condition, and that's significant because what usually develops is, sleep apnea starts to come on as well, and so, you go in for a sleep study, and anyway, all the medication, they send it to you by mail, so once you see your provider, you get established. If you need any meds, any vitamins, any supplements, even if you want to quit smoking, quit dipping, whatever it is, they're there to help. So it's a great resource to have. If you're a veteran and you haven't gone to the VA, no matter when you got out, I only hope that you get that process started. You can simply go online. You can go to put in your search for e-benefits. That's where you're going to initially sign up, and that'll get you going if you haven't done it already. You sign up online, and it'll guide you through. You need to set up your initial exams and all that. And if it's been a significant amount of time since since your discharge, then you're gonna have to get your medical records, find them, get them sent over. But the VA is there to help you. They can help you do all that. And if you have a service representative, like the DAV or the Wounded Warrior Project, they will help you find your records, get your records taken care of, all over there. It's it's a significant resource. And a lot of us, I have a couple friends that I ask them, hey, did you get the VA? Oh, no, blah, 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 blah. But I got my VA card. Okay, well, cool. That's great. But why aren't you using the resource that's there for you? Again, only a certain percentage of us, of the population, join the military. And that, those benefits are there for a reason. They're there for us. They're there, to, as I guess as a thank you, as a lasting care, and the some of the arguments are, well, if somebody else needs it, okay, that's great, but you're one of the somebody else's, and you might need it. You never know. Even just an annual exam, you never know. Your cholesterol, your blood pressure, your aches and pains, if you're getting moody, things, just crazy amount of things. If you want to lose weight, they have dietitians, they have all this good stuff. They have so many things that can help you. And think about the amount of time that you've sat and thought about, oh, should I go to the VA? I don't want to. Maybe I should. Blah, blah, blah. Think about how much time that you've wasted, right? Just sitting there when you could already be signed up. If you need help getting signed up, man, and you don't want to go out and find a rep and and log on to eBenefits, shoot me a comment, and I'll get with you and I'll get you pointed in the right direction. I'll help you take those first steps to get you there. Because even if you're working or something, if you have to take a day off for medical reasons, it's very important. You know, if you have a certain if you have a certain percentage also, I know in the state of Florida, I mean, think about the benefits with that also. So 100% disabled veterans in Florida don't have to pay property taxes. So you purchase a home, something like that, you don't have to pay the property taxes. Your children will get in-state tuition up to a certain degree level paid for. You know, that's huge. Just those two alone are huge. You know, I can't. If you get your DV plate, your license plate, your disabled veteran license plate, then your registration for your vehicle is around less than $10. You know, there's a lot of benefits to it. You know, and it's not making yourself better, and it's not being flashy and blah 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 blah. You know, it's just out there, and if you don't use it, then veterans that are going to be, you know, then future veterans could possibly lose it. I mean, if we decide that, or if they decide that, hey, it's not being used, so let's just cut it back. You know, a lot of people have fought for our country, yes, absolutely. But a lot of people have also fought for the benefits that we are able to receive now. So, you know, I can't stress it enough. Get with your VA. You know, you don't have, just Google the VA. Google VA hospital near me. You know, call them. A phone number for the VA is 800-827-1000. Okay, if you can just listen to it, press 0, and talk to somebody. You know, it's that simple. And if it takes a long process, then good. Then you don't have to stress about it. You just wait for the for the paperwork to come in and all of that. But you know, it's when you get out of the military, you lose TRICARE. You know, a lot of times if you don't retire, you lose your TRICARE, and that's huge for a lot of people because TRICARE takes care of everything. You know, but also with the VA, you have that coverage, and if you're a certain percentage, then you are able to, you can get what they call CHAMP VA. You know, and you can get that for your family, which I believe is significantly cheaper than, you know, a lot of the insurances out there now from your employers and things like that. So, you know, it's very, man, I can't stress it enough how important it is to get with the VA. You know, we hear horror stories and blah blah blah. Yeah, there's horror stories, but there's horror stories no matter what you do. Tell you horror stories going to Walmart, right? Getting your oil changed. I mean, some of us change our own oil, but you know. But anyway, I'm just kidding. You know, but there's horror stories with everything. There's positives and negatives with everything. But the positives with the VA are going to outweigh the negatives. Yes, they take a long time at doing certain things. Yes, it's, you know, you may have to take a day off or take your time to drive somewhere and get seen. But it's worth it. It is definitely worth it. And you know, I'm happy that I did it. And I think that, again, if you're a veteran and you haven't done it, you're doing yourself a disservice. You know, and you know, especially one of my close friends needs to get off his butt, you know, and make the time to do it because it's that important, you know. We can come up with excuses all day why we can't do things, right? Oh, well, I got this today, or oh, I got this, or I don't even want to get out of bed today. I don't want, I don't feel like doing anything. That's fine. So log on the computer. Start that process. You know, take the 10 minutes out of your day. Take 30 minutes watching, when you're watching TV, and talk to the VA. All right. Well, thank you guys, and